Real Talk disclaimer. The information provided by the host on this platform is for education and awareness purposes only. All information provided on this platform is provided in good faith. We make no representation or warranty of any kind, express or implied, regarding the accuracy, validity, and reliability of information shared by the host or show guests. The views and opinions of guests on the show do not necessarily reflect the views or opinions of the host of Real Talk. Under no circumstances do the host, show guests, sponsors, or affiliates assume responsibility for the actions of any viewer.
Our greatest glory is rising when we fall. So don't be discouraged, don't you be appalled. It's okay if you fall and maybe even lose your spark. Just make sure in the end you rise from the dark. It's time to rise up, time to work, and time to chase your dreams. The Lord has the final say, so your soul is redeemed. This message is to help you with your self-esteem, as faith will take you places that we have never seen.
Welcome to Real Talk. We're glad to have all of you to join us here every Thursday night at 6:15. We're excited about our show on today. Hello, Bishop T. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. How was your day today?
I had a good day today. Um, Pretty much the average day. How was your day?
It was going pretty good. A little rough, but hey, I got a few days off, so I'm excited about that.
Good, good. Well, get you some rest.
I'll do my best. I'll get my stogie in. I'll be all right. You know what a stogie is, don't you? It's a cigar. Hello to Miss Katrina Davis. How are you doing? Hello, Miss Stacy Otis. Miss Sheila Duckett. How you doing? Brother Philip Davis. Glad to have all of you to join us here on Real Talk. We're here every Thursday at 6:15. You can actually catch us on Facebook Live on the Z Andre Huff page, the Real Talk with Pastor Z and Bishop T, along with Tanya Latham page. You can catch us right there. We also have a YouTube channel. That's right, a YouTube channel. Real Talk with Bishop T and Pastor Z, or vice versa. Check it out, like and subscribe. We have a Twitter as well. R Talk with Z and T at R Talk with Z_T. Want every one of you all to go ahead and share it on your page. Share. Hello, Miss Mary Smitherman, my classmate. Glad to have you on. Dana J, what's up? All right. Share. Tell everybody to join us here on Real Talk. We have a new segment added to our show, and we're looking forward to talking to Miss Tomarra. She's going to be with us on today, and she's going to spill some tea. And so we're going to actually be bringing her on in just a few minutes. We also plan on hearing from our good friend, Mr. Thomas Worthy, the current councilman for District 3 He's going to be joining us in just a few. He's going to share with us a few things on tonight. So we got a great show lined up. Everybody share. There go my brother and sister-in-law, Sean and Marshall Huff. Hello, hello, hello. How you doing? There go Chad Perry. He's in the house.
Hey, Chad.
Chad is in the house. All right. Glad to have you on. Listen, we know isn't Veterans Day coming up soon?
November the 11th.
November the 11th. We want people to start getting in their Veterans Day photos of themselves or their loved ones. We want you to send those photos if you have a loved one that is in the service or have ever been in the service, or if you had a loved one who has passed away, but you know that they served our country. We want you to send us a photo. We're going to put a video together where we can play it on Veterans Day like we did on last year. And we want you to email it to us at realtalk.z.t at gmail.com. realtalk.z.t at gmail.com. Send those photos in. Last year we did like a last minute Veterans Day, kind of honoring all of our service people from various branches. And we're looking forward to honoring them again this coming, whether it's the Thursday, if Veterans Day fall after the Thursday that we come on, but before the Thursday we do come on, we'll let you know when we'll air it. We'll let you know when we will air that special for the for Veterans Day. Okay, all right. Hello, Miss Conteria Williams. Chad say he love us, and we can tell. He said he glad to see Mr. Worthy on the show. He's a huge fan. All right. We're gonna talk to Mr. Worthy. Uh, talk to me today, Bishop. What you got going on? What, what, what,
Well,
what's on the agenda? What is coming up in the next few weeks or in the month of October? Because in the month of November is when business pick up.
that's when all that talk comes to reality.
That's right.
Yeah,
Swearing
we're
in.
excited. Swearing in.
When is the swearing in? Do you know?
We haven't gotten the final. What am I trying to say? Everything hasn't been finalized yet.
Okay.
So as soon
Because
as
I have to be sworn in too, so I don't have that information either.
yeah, as soon as we get it, we'll share it here, and yeah. So we're just waiting, talking to people now and talking to different people in District 1. Just what we can do and just kind of brainstorming and going through how to get some interest in our community, in our district, neighbors helping neighbors and being concerned about our neighborhoods and everything. So that's kind of where we are. And pretty much, that's what we're doing.
Right.
What's up with you? What's going on with you?
Well,
Wait a minute. I was at Mount Zion Sunday, wasn't I? Well, no, last Sunday. Either way, did we say anything about your anniversary?
that was the past Sunday. I don't think we did.
Well, listen, we're gonna stop and we're going to recognize that because you have 9 years at Mount Zion,
Correct.
and a total of 25 years pastoring.
Right.
16 at Morning Star,
Correct.
9 at Mount Zion, and then 1 year that you didn't. So you've been preaching for 26 years,
Right.
pastoring for 25.
Right.
To God be the glory.
Yes.
Thank
you so much.
And so it was, I don't know how we missed it, but you see, it hit me this week. So
Yeah.
but
We've been busy.
it was, yeah, I have been. It was a good service. It was a great service, and keep up the good work. Keep up the great work.
Well, I appreciate that. We both have a task, and we're looking forward. Let's see here. We have Madam Councilwoman Latham, please tell the mayor to get with our governor to release some of the 1.5 billion to gas in Alabama. Can the block Bothwell, to God be the glory.
Yes.
Thank you,
Now,
Ms. Duckett, for the congratulations. Thank you, Ms. Otis. Thank you.
yes, he is. He's to be congratulated. Now, I don't know. I know we got a new segment, new person on today, and I don't know. I don't know if I should bother that. I don't know if I should bother what I was about to say. But President Biden is pardoning about 6,500 people on those uh, marijuana charges that they've been in prison for. Did you hear about that today?
I did.
Maybe we can dig deeper into that because marijuana from state to state now is legal in some states, legal to some degree in some states, and a lot of those people that are in prison are proportionately or majority African Americans. So we may want to look into that and kind of look at that and talk about talk about that. But he's supposed to be pardoning some 6,500 people who were serving. The issue is that though marijuana is legal now through so many states, but it carries the weight of those harsher drugs.
Right. And plus, with the overcrowded jails, they, just if you just want to hold somebody in there because, like you said, it's legal. Just depends. Just like the whole Brittany, it's a Griner. They holding her over in Russia.
Yeah.
But I think it's more to that than just what they're trying to say she had.
And did we notice that gas prices were going up?
Yes. Did you hear what some of the people are saying, that the United States are too soft on Saudi Arabia and they're allowing them to raise those prices, and we need to kind of put our foot down and kind of make a move of a sort to let them know that we don't appreciate it. So it's now finna become a bipartisan issue. Where the Republican says you need to be doing this, and the Democrats is saying no, that ain't the way to do it. So,
well, it just speaks to the fact that the United States needs to become self-efficient for gasoline or oil.
Well, the United States trying, right?
Right.
Do you know how they trying? You know how they trying?
How?
When it comes self-efficient, they finna try to make all us use these electric cars.
I told my mama today, we were talking about it. I said, let me tell you something right now. I want no electric car. Because sometimes I be forgetting to charge my phone. Can you
Oh my goodness.
forgetting to charge the car?
Oh my.
Can
you imagine me passing you on the side of the road? You want to borrow my charger? Can't jump that off, dog. All right, I think it's time that we are.
It's time. You always got to be a comedian.
Yeah, I know. I'm doing my bit.
I know.
It's a shortage. Well, guess what, Bishop T? It's time for our new segment. It is tea time. All right, Tomarra.
Hello.
Miss Tomarra that's finna get ready to spill some tea. What's going on?
Do we have to formally say Tomarra?
Tomarra?
Mm-hmm. Is that what we have? I have to say that?
You don't have to. We having some noise problem there. Let's see if we can get some adjusted. All right. Say something.
Okay. Can you hear me?
We can. Say something.
Okay. Hey.
All right. Heard some cracking. Are you hearing that cracking?
I hear it.
Listen, what we're gonna do, we're gonna remove you and join it back in, and let's see if we can get that out of there, okay?
Okay. All right.
All right, okay. Let's remove her from the studio. Then she's gonna sign back in. We're gonna get this right because I'm looking forward to having to what she has to share with us on tonight. All right. Hello, Miss Alexandria Marbury. How are you? Make sure she's joining
I was
back.
trying to see those
There
countries.
she go.
If it was Russia and who else that was purposely.
Okay, I think we got you now.
Okay.
Oh yeah, much better.
All
Much
right.
better.
Good deal.
How are you?
I'm well. How about you guys?
We're good. Welcome to Real Talk.
Glad to be here. Glad to be here.
All right, we want you to everybody welcome. We call her Tomarra.
Tom.
That's what we want to. You want? It's okay for us to call you Tom.
That's just fine.
All right, y'all welcome Tom to Real Talk. She's gonna be part of our new segment. She's gonna spill the tea with us on tonight. Everybody welcome her. Flood the timeline with hearts. Again, share. And so right now we're gonna turn it over to you and let you go ahead and start spilling the tea.
All righty. Okay, so as you know, today, early on, I guess around 12 noon, a busload of migrants was dropped off at our VP house, Kamala Harris. Um, it's been going on. I think this like the second time that this has happened.
Yeah. It happened again.
It happened again. As you know, Texas Governor Greg Abbott and the Florida governor, Ron DeSantis, they're both running for re-election. And so they're just trying to prove a point. They're saying that the Biden administration is not manning the borders like they want. So they are sending these migrants to different places. I think they've been to New York,
Mar-a-Lago too.
Chicago.
No, Martha's Venue. Is it Martha's Venue?
Martha's Vineyard. Yeah. So they've been sending them everywhere. So there was one guy that they interviewed, and basically he was from Venezuela, and he just said he's just trying to get a better life. But it's sad how they are busing these people in different cities, and the cities are having to like just call in extra help to kind of help them. But it's just sad how they doing it. So. All righty. So next, y'all, the McDonald's, they got an adult Happy Meal. Did y'all know that?
Hush! I just went to McDonald's today.
There it is.
An adult Happy Meal.
Awesome.
An adult Happy Meal.
An adult Happy Meal. Now you can get
what's all in the Happy Meal? Tell us about it.
You can get a Big Mac or a 10-piece chicken nugget. And they're saying that it's an upcharge of $2.60 from a regular meal. Then you can get a toy.
Now wait. Tom. Hold on for 1 minute. Hold on 1 minute, Tom. Just hold on 1 second. Hold on for 1 minute. Now you remember last week on the show when the girl said that the lady dropped off the bag of love items, toys to the love center. That's all I'm gonna say. What kind of toys in the Happy Meal?
Well, you can get Grimace. You remember Grimace? The hamburger.
There they go right there.
Yeah, so they got a new character.
Yes, you get a toy.
Yes, you do. But they got a new character called Cactus Buddy.
Let's see if he on there.
Yep, you can get a new toy.
Okay.
So basically, it's just for a limited time only. So what they're saying is that something about the cactus plant flea market. It's a signature style that they're trying to do. So it's just temporary, but run out and get you one.
I'm gonna get me one. I would have gotten it today had I known.
Okay, so now let's talk about the new movies that we got out that's coming out. Well, one is already out, and I think that's The Woman King with Viola Davis. They're saying that's a good one. Great movie. I love her, by the way. But some people are saying that it's based on true stories, but it's inspired by true events. Some of it, mostly fictional, but they're saying that's a really good movie. The next one I think is coming out on October the 21st is with what's his name, The Rock,
The
Black Adam.
Rock.
Black Adam.
Mm-hmm.
So they're expecting that to be a real good one too. So
Mm-hmm.
so next, Netflix. I love Netflix. Netflix and Chief.
Netflix about to be too high.
Say what now?
Netflix about to be too expensive.
Well, you got to join on somebody's account.
Oh Lord.
I'm just playing.
Wasting
Are
some
you
teeth.
for real? You for real?
But it's worth it though. It's worth it. So look, they've been talking about Jeffrey Dahmer, that movie. A lot of people been watching it. I can't watch stuff like that.
I can't either. I'm not fooling with that man.
No, but Life Jennings, the singer, Must Be Nice. Okay, so he actually, when he was incarcerated, he was in the cell next to Jeffrey Dahmer. And yeah, so Life was sing, but Jeffrey always wanted him to sing and had a certain song that he would request all the time.
Can I sing it?
Go ahead and sing it.
Pretty brown eyes.
I was like, pretty brown eyes. I said, did he want to eat them or what?
Now you got to remember the story behind Jeffrey. It was a lot of African Americans that he was killing and eating.
Right. So he wanted him to eat some brown eyes. So
he said, "Pretty brown eyes." and Life was Life Jennings honoring his request.
yes, he did. He did. He would sing. Yeah. So he said Jeffrey used to beat, to the, to him while he was singing, he would beat to the, I was like, oh wow. Mm. So next,
I'd have kept that to myself, I think.
Okay.
It's not a good look for Life.
Well, he wasn't like advocating for him. He was just saying, hey, look, I was.
He's just saying that he was singing for him.
Right. And so they were
in
saying
jail
today that he was not going to speak out about it again.
But Tom, he was singing for him in jail.
Yeah, but
you think is R. Kelly doing some special requests too?
On to the next.
You done gone too far. You done gone too far.
He done gone too far now. Okay, so y'all, the next one is A Jazz Man's Blues. That's a good one. It's by Tyler Perry. That is a good one.
Now that's on Netflix.
That's on Netflix.
That's on Netflix.
It's on Netflix.
I have tried to watch it, but I can't. Like it'll come on. I'll be like, I don't want to go there today.
Right. I was like that at first, but watch it.
Okay.
Just get over that little hump and watch it. It's really good. It's really good.
Okay.
It's really good. So lastly, y'all know that it's October, and October is Breast Cancer Month. So there was a former WNBA player. Her name is Tiffany Jackson. She was 34 years old. She passed away on October the 3rd of breast cancer. She was at the University of Texas early on in her college career. She went on to play for 9 seasons in the WNBA franchise. So we want everybody to, go get your mammogram. Yeah. Go and get your mammogram. It is very, very, very important. It can save your life.
Yeah.
So
Well, thank you, Miss Tom Tom. You know,
All
for
right.
everybody, give a big cheer for Miss Tom Tom. And she will come on every show, and she's gonna spill the tea for us on every show. So we look
All
forward to
right.
hearing from you again on next Thursday.
All righty. I'll
All
be
right.
here.
All right. Well, have a good one.
All right. Y'all too. Bye bye.
All
Bye-bye.
right. An adult Happy Meal.
I like it.
It
Ooh,
comes with a toy.
with a toy. It can kind of be a little confusing because you really don't know where they're going with the
But
toy.
here's the thing: it's an adult toy. I didn't make that up.
I mean, you saying what it is.
Yeah.
It's just where your mind is at the time.
I mean, it says, yeah.
It says you get a toy. It
Yes,
doesn't
you
say
get a
an
toy, and
adult
look what it
toy.
says. I want it. You need to stop. You're going
We
too
just
far
got
now.
to
You're
talk
going too
about it.
far.
We oh, you done gone too far, man. You done gone too far.
So we're gonna be waiting for Councilman Worthy to join us on tonight. He was actually had to. For those that didn't know, that his brother became ill probably about a couple of weeks ago, and he just taken him for those different took him to his appointments, and look like he's with us now. Let's go to Mr. Worthy. There you go. You're in the dark, bro. We can't see
Yeah,
you.
I just pulled up, so I thought I'd go and get on before I go in the house.
Okay, all right. You good?
Oh yeah, I'm good. I'm gonna turn on this back light so I can
Yeah,
get it
yeah.
on.
Everybody, welcome again, a repeater
I
of
better go.
Real Talk, Mr. Thomas Worthy.
I better go in the house. Hold on,
You go on. We're gonna let you go on in the house.
cause this ain't working here. It's too.
Yeah.
I'm too dark, ain't I?
Well, yeah. Go on in the house, and we'll bring you back on when you get in the house and get seated.
Okay. All
Just
right.
stay with what you got. All right, he's gonna be with us in just a few minutes, y'all. And we got some good conversations for Mr. Worthy. Everyone know that Mr. Worthy ran for mayor, and he was not successful. Uh, but so he would not be in the capacity of the city government here in Gaston for these 4 years to come. But we do look forward to him continue to carry on the good work that he has started. And I'm sure he's still a resource that I use quite a bit, and will always be a resource that I use. You got to have people that will talk to you and you can reach. Let's see if we got him. It look like he's getting into some light now. Let's see if we can bring him back. You good now?
Yes, sir. I'm good. I'm good.
All right. You have some people on that respect you and are great fans of yours. Mr. Chad is on here.
All right. How we doing? How we doing, everybody?
We're doing pretty good. Listen, man, let's talk. Let's talk. What now for Thomas Worthy? What's next?
What's next for me is, I'm the school resource officer at the old Gaston High at the alternative school. I do that 4 days a week. I'm gonna continue to be off on Tuesday because I'm really retired, so I want to have some time off so I can go play a little golf and do a little different stuff, for myself.
Okay.
And then I will be continuing my nonprofit. I started my nonprofit, Gaston Empowerment Initiative, before I ran for office.
Okay.
So I will get back into that heavily. Just right now, we have $10,000 that we got in 2 different grants but the state changed the rules. We can only use that money for material. Saying with the coronavirus, we haven't been able to do the any fundraisers, so I have no money for labor. And we have 3 projects that's on hold. I have a lady on Willow Street that I want to do a roof for. She's asked me for over a year now to do her roof, and we can put a metal roof on. I have the money for it, but I don't have the money for the labor. Then I have a lady in Southside, 90 years old, need a wheelchair ramp.
Mm-hmm.
Her daughter cannot even get out of the house to go to the doctor appointments. And then I have another lady that has a problem with plumbing. But like I said, I have the money to pay for the material, but I don't have money for the labor. So if people want to donate, they're more than welcome to donate to Gaston Empowerment Initiative. We are a nonprofit. We're 5013C, and it's tax deductible. So please feel free to do so.
Okay. All right. Now, I didn't see it, but I did hear it at the last council meeting on Tuesday that you went ahead and made an announcement. What was that announcement?
Yeah, the announcement was just letting people know that was my last council meeting, unless we have an emergency. You know, we get 6 vacation days a year, and I had 3 days left, so I'm gonna take the last 3 Tuesdays for vacation. I'm not going anywhere. Like I told them, if it's an emergency arises and I need to come, I will come. But hopefully,
Well, I'm gonna tell you this: it's big of you, and I appreciate you for being the person that you are. You know, I've known you for quite some time. I tell people all the time I would not be on the school board had it not been for you appointing me when the councilman was appointing school board members. You appointed me, and that was my first opportunity to get my feet wet. And I hope that I did not only just serve our district, but I hope that I actually made you proud of the things that I did on there.
But most definitely, and I like to say that I didn't even know you that well.
Right.
You know, we God, it was all God's timing and putting us in the same place with that meeting. And when you stood up and said what you said, you know, because you was talking about your kid, and your kid wasn't walking out of school because they had finals, and they weren't able to make up those finals. So, you know, and that put you on my radar. And then, you know, I asked a couple of different people about you, and then we put you on the board. So, you know, that's a great thing. And I truly believe you saved the board. I really do.
Well, I appreciate all the confidence that you put into me, and all the information you gave me whenever I called, and all the help. I called you not too long ago. I can't remember. It was during the election. And I called you. I said, "Hey, bro, did you know that there was a manhole that was uncovered?" You said no. I said, well, it's right here, you know, in District 3. I don't want nobody trying to say, you know, that you ignored it. And so you came down there, you stood there, called somebody, had somebody to fix it. When we was over in District 1, actually at the what's the name of that park there that you had your
Duggett
right.
Park.
We was at your event, and we didn't have any outlets. You was out of town, Thomas, and I called you, and you called some city workers, and you tried to get them to get over there. And even, you know, at Mount Zion, my church is in District 1, and I've complained about Davis Street and some of the things that I felt like need to be done. And you've come through here, and you actually called city workers with a house next door that was abandoned and we needed tore down. You immediately done that for us. So, man, you've been a great help. Let me say this. I certainly appreciate your service as a man, not just a councilman, but as a man. One of the biggest things that I harp on, and even on my platform, is that I wanted all of our schools to be safe and secure. That means that we needed some SRO officers in every school. We know that there's a shortage of policemen in our city, but
Absolutely.
people like yourself who have retired has actually started working as SRO officers in our school system. And I appreciate you continue to just carry out the work. I called you today. You was at work at one of the schools doing the policing. And so just to make sure our children and our faculty and staff can go to work and come home the same way they went, I hope that the city of Gaston understands the sacrifices that you have made, you make, and you will be making.
Right. Oh, they do, and it's my honor really to serve. I have a servant heart, so I've been doing this my whole life. So I'm not going to change. People are still calling me to this day with things that they need done, and I'm gonna work even after the new city council person for District 3 and the rest of the city, they take office, the new administration, and I want them to succeed, because if they don't, then the city fails. And we don't want, I love the city too much. I put my life on the line for too many days, still doing it. So I want them to succeed so our
Right.
city can get better. And we will,
Right.
and it's going to take time. And you cannot just start harping on the new council and the new mayor, and they ain't even got in office yet.
Right.
And you got people talking about them. It doesn't make sense. We have a lot of good stuff that's going on in Gaston. We just have to learn to work together. And a lot of people say, well, that's just political talk. I'm not a politician. I'm a servant. What you see is what you get. It's that simple. I love this city, and I'm going to continue to work for this city. And I'm going to stay in the community. I'm going to continue doing what I've been doing. We're going to continue doing the feeding for Thanksgiving and Christmas and helping with the homeless and different things like that. I'm not going to stop because I'm out of office.
Right.
Because it's not about me. It's about helping other people.
Right. Mark Dayton said, don't forget to post the info link to contact your where he's telling us that the 501 to donate, please. We got you, Mark. We'll get that information and we'll make sure we get it out. Chad Perry, one of your fans, said, Mr. Worthy, during your campaign, you mentioned dirty politics at City Hall several times. Can you explain what you were referring to?
Oh, yes, most definitely. And I still think that's the biggest problem, causing this city not to prosper the way we should be. And I'm talking, when I said dirty politics, I'm talking about, say, for instance, me in District 3.
Okay.
If you go against the grain, then you're a blackball.
Right.
Then they don't do stuff for your district.
Right.
If you're standing up for what's right. And you see that happen.
Mm-hmm.
In District 3. Look how long it took them to fix the lights in District 3. We're not doing the swimming pool. We're not doing, right now, the wall at Head Start needs to be done. Now, we're working on it.
Mm-hmm.
But, we had to find the money for it, and the money's there. So they're going to be fixing the wall, and the engineer's working on that as we speak. So, no, that's the kind of dirty politics I'm talking. And there's a lot of, I guess it's just life now. Politics shouldn't be that way, because you should be in politics to help the less fortunate, not yourself. And that's what a lot of them, and when they get in there, they don't mean to do that, but just over time, I guess it just happens if you're not strong-minded.
I think you'll be a great mentor. I've heard people say they wish that you would have continued to be as a counselor. They would have loved to glean from you. Is this the end of your political career, or what do you see yourself doing in 4 years?
You know what? Right now, all I want to do is just continue to help my community in the way I can. I'm not even thinking about running again. People have been telling me, well, you ought to run, and I already, and I'm not going to do that. Listen, I want Mr. Avery that was elected for this district, even though I was to Miss G Talk. I want him to be the best councilman we ever had. And I texted him and I told him, I'm here if you need me.
Yeah.
And,
And that's good. That's good. That's
know,
big of you, Mr. Worthy. That is very big of you.
Oh, yeah.
Because we have people that actually is replacing some of the other candidates that are actually councilmen now that I've heard that haven't even reached out to the one that's going to be replacing them.
Oh,
And I say this all the time, even when it comes down to from the top to the bottom. There's some relationships that need to be repaired if they can be repaired.
Right.
But I think we need to not hang on to what went on during the election. I think we just need to move forward.
The election is over. The people
and if you love Gaston,
that's right.
You know what I'm saying? If you love Gaston, then Gaston need to be whatever we can do to make Gaston a better place is what we need to be doing.
Absolutely, absolutely. Even talking about the water problem. We've had this water problem for a while, and they're trying to rectify it. With these forever chemicals. And it would, as a matter of fact, the Waterworks just won the lawsuit. They settled the lawsuit with several companies, even though they didn't disclose how much. Hope it's enough money to build what they need to build to get all of the chemicals out of the water, so we won't have that problem. And the reason why they are not talking about it, they did put some of it, I think, on the website, or they talked about it at one time. Couple months ago, I was talking about it at the council meeting. See, some people saying we never mentioned it. Yes, we did. I begged them to have the Chad Hare, the general manager of the water company, to come to City Hall and give us an update in executive session, because I know he can't do it with the lawsuits going on. Even though they just settled that lawsuit, they are still being sued. So that he could talk about it in executive session. But there's a lot of moving parts, and people don't understand that. So, when you're on the outside looking in, you don't really understand. And you know what, I started, and I didn't even tell you, congratulations, Bishop, for winning your race. Congratulations. And also to you, Reverend Huff.
You said it at our watch party.
Yeah, I know, but we on the air now, and I want to say it.
Okay,
yeah.
But you know what? Why you saying that?
It's the private things that you don't have to do it for a show.
Yeah.
I know.
And you said something at the beginning, and I said this to somebody yesterday. It is like it's like this council is already doomed before they even take
right.
It's like, and I said this to somebody yesterday, and I called names of every one of them that are Black that have served. You didn't know before you got in there.
Absolutely.
But you made some good decisions. You made some bad decisions.
That's
but
right.
Your first 4 years, you had to learn.
Absolutely.
My goodness. Give us an opportunity to at least get in there. It is. So I appreciate, and I echo even Pastor Z, just the fact that we have been able to, my church was in your district. So, but the fact that we have been able to pick up the phone and really even preparing for the debate, make sure that our information was accurate to get information. And I said this, to me, I'm not above constructive criticism, and especially with something that I've never done before. So I appreciate you offering yourself to say, and you did, like the last time I called. Call me anytime, text me anytime. That means a lot. And I will say it because it has not come across that way with some, not all, with some city council members and with people who have already served somewhere in this, at some point on the council. So it's good to know that there is somebody that you can pick up the phone and say, look, this is this situation, this is that situation. But we do. They need to lighten up and give us the opportunity to get in there and at least get started.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. And like you said, and I like what you said. Uh, give y'all the opportunity because I heard people saying during the election, some of these folks running don't even know where the bathroom is at City Hall.
Hey, they didn't know where it was until they got up there either.
You
I
see
don't
what I'm
know where
saying?
it is now,
You know,
but 9 times out of 10, I'll use the bathroom before I get there.
but and here's the thing: you don't have to if you mean a person good,
That's
uh, whether they a minister or not,
right.
and if you mean them good, you know their number, you know how to call
Absolutely.
them, talk to them,
And it's
don't
not
get
about
somewhere and you don't have to have an audience to talk to them. You know what I'm saying?
right.
And
Some of
that's
these
the
people
thing that
want
I
attention.
think that it upsets me. Well, it don't upset me no more.
Yeah.
I just see it for what it is.
But it's not about the person. It's about you. It's about this city. It's about the
Exactly.
people in your districts and in this city as a whole. It's not about me. It's not about you all. It's about trying to come together and do what's right for this city and get a consensus to move this city forward.
Oh,
Yeah.
Because we got so many problems. We need help on so many ends. But until we come together, as I was saying in the campaign, it's not going to change
Right.
because we're hurting ourselves.
We had a lot of people saying some things on here. And I think you kind of hit on what you could. Joseph Cole said, Council Worthy, do you have any information on the city settlement of the suit? I think you hit.
I just said that. No, I don't.
Right.
I'm not privy to it
He
either.
said that before you mentioned it. He
Oh,
asked you
okay.
to ask the question
Okay.
before
Yeah.
you mentioned it.
Yeah. But I
Chad
hope
Perry
whatever
said,
we got, I hope we got enough to do what we need to do to
right,
fix the problem because
right.
it is a problem. And I wish some of these guys would have been helping me 2 or 3 months ago when I was trying to get Chad up there. See, that's another problem. We don't have anybody from the black community at City Hall for the radio station. That's what, so they could get information. They used to be there at every council meeting.
So
That's why
they don't play it on
no,
WMGK anymore.
no, they've been stopped.
Oh, I didn't know.
They've been stopped. Stopped coming. He wouldn't. Well, anyway, for whatever reason, they're not doing it. And see, and that's information is power. I've been saying that forever. We need that information.
Well, we definitely we got someone on the council that would definitely be coming on every Thursday.
Keep an update.
She'll keep us
You
updated.
can give an update.
And listen, I need you to stay with us now. Stay busy. Stay active. Because you well needed. You well needed. Chad Perry saying, in my opinion, the culture needs to be fixed with our first responders. If the city asks you to help correct in some manner, what would be your advice?
Well, first of all, we cannot continue paying $1.9 million of overtime. Okay, and it's a misconception that we don't want to pay the firefighters overtime. Listen, we are only short 4 firemen. We are short 23 police officers, and we paying now. I could understand if we was paying $1.9 million to the police department because we're 23 people short. The fire department is only 4 people short. We have 58 call outs a week. That's 58 people a shift calling out. 58 shifts. So that means, that the commanders have to work. So that's why they make a lot more money. But they are working a lot of overtime. You got some of them work 2 or 3 days in a row. Because the younger generation, for whatever reason, they don't want to work the overtime. When I was in, we worked all overtime we could work. Any off-duty job came along, we worked it. But these guys, they want to work and go home, And you can't blame them. They don't have to work overtime, but that's why you have the commanders work overtime. And then you get the city saying, well, they done made $80,000, $90,000, $100,000 a year because they're working all that overtime.
Yeah.
Because the other people won't work.
Right,
So,
and I remember when I first started the depot, we were working 6 days, seven days optional. The
mhm.
7 day will be optional, and the money looked good. And when you first start, oh, you with it, grinding. But after 4 months,
It get
you didn't
old.
have a life outside of work.
Right.
And I understand, they wouldn't mind working some of it, but it was getting to the point where it almost became mandatory that we had to work all of it, and
Mhm.
you did not have a life
Right.
outside. You just live to get up and go to work, and so that get old sometime. And
Let me clarify what I said when I said 58 shifts. Okay, they can call out 5 people can be off a shift. Okay, so that's 35 right there in a week. So then you got 20 something more calling out because you got those people already on the list to be off, and they can't get off. So if they want off, they have to call off. So but still, that's overtime we have to pay to the tune of $1.9 million last year. We can't keep that up, and we had 70% of personnel costs. Then that only leave you 30% to do what you need to do with our operating budget. So our operating budget was 54, 55 million. Craig Ford said it was high.
oh, we lost them.
Yeah.
He put the two capital improvement funds in there, which we
Now,
spent
now,
about
now
$8 million each on it.
go back because we lost you. You said Craig Ford said it was how much in there?
He said it was like 72 million for operating budget, but it's 50. It was 54, 55 for operating budget. He added the two capital improvement,
Okay,
uh, the two capital improvement accounts to that operating budget, but that's not the case. You can only use that money for infrastructure, building stuff. So that's another $16 million he added to it.
okay, okay.
But that money is already accounted for.
Right, right.
So
But we appreciate you, man. And when I
I
tell you,
pray, listen, to District 3, thank you. It's been the greatest honor of my life to serve this district. I grew up in this district. I love this district. I love this city. So I just thank you for trusting me and put me in this position. And I hope.
Keep going out.
we lost him again. He'll be back.
Yeah, I keep getting phone calls. I got to delete.
Put that do not disturb.
Yeah, that's what I need to do. Uh, but anyway, I really appreciate serving you all, and I hope I made you proud. I did my best, and like people said, I've made my share of mistakes. Because when you get in this position, you try to do what's right. I ruffled feathers, but I would do it all over again.
Same. Yeah. Let me. I want to say two things before you go. The first thing that I want to say is you said something earlier. Your work. You're not a politician. You're a servant. So your work is going to continue. I
Yes.
think that speaks volumes
Mhm.
because it shouldn't be a position that makes us concerned or to serve a community or to
Right.
serve a city.
Absolutely.
And we you hear things, but really it speaks to the character of the person of what you do when you're not in that office, when
Mhm.
you don't hold that title. What kind of work are you doing? How are you serving the community? So I commend you for that, especially with the work that you're doing through your nonprofit.
Well,
And
thank you.
as one of the newly elected council people, if you if you could say anything to the five of us who we are all entering into a new arena, this is a new endeavor for at least five council people, what would you say? What would be the one thing that you feel would be that you think we need to hear and that you would want to say?
Just to be honest, be yourself. Tell the people the truth, whether they want to hear it or not. Because a lot of people say they want to hear the truth, but they really don't. because a lot of people want you to tell them that you can help them when you know you can't. See, and I'm not like that. I can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
So, but tell them the truth and listen, and try to get along with your other council members and the mayor. But don't take shortcuts. Don't make deals, because once you make a deal, then you know they're gonna want you to make deals all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But when I'm talking about deals, I'm talking about like doing something that's, you know, maybe that's not quite right, something for you instead of the citizens. You know what I mean? So just don't do that. And if they blackball you, they just blackball. You know, be yourself.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. And anything I can do to help, I'm here. People
Okay.
have my number, 256-504-5049. Call me anytime. Thank you all
Thank
for what you all do too. Thank you so much.
Man, you know, you almost got me a little emotional here, man. The way you saying things like, you know, I hope I serve District 3, and I know you mean all the it you know, you're a good guy, man. You're
I
a good
appreciate
guy.
it, man. I try to be.
And good things come to good people.
Oh yeah. And
Uh
I'm gonna say this. I wasn't even gonna say this, but and I may mess up my good deeds here. But you know, I was good after the election. I was good after the council meeting at Wednesday. But Wednesday night, I started getting calls. People were saying that I didn't have money to do polls. But the first two polls, I was number one in the polls. The third poll, they said they ran 2 weeks before the election. I lost all my support. I wonder why. I'm gonna just leave it at that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But this is what I'm gonna tell you, and I called you, and I called you and told you privately.
Mm-hmm.
I said, keep your head up.
Oh yeah, I appreciate that.
What happened was not a coincidence.
Nope.
Sometimes, just like when the children of Israel wanted kings, but God had given them judges, but they kept on wanting kings. God gave them kings. And when they got kings, they wish they would have had judges.
Absolutely.
Sometimes people get what God give them what they want,
Mm-hmm.
and help them to realize what they should have gotten, what they needed. And so I say that to you: continue to stay in the public, continue to do what you do. Your work will not go unnoticed. And when people see you, you showed your heart right here in 20 minutes. You done showed your heart all over Real Talk. And I'm sitting here trying to keep from shedding a tear, because the way you just act like it seems like the way you doing is like we ain't gonna see you no more, like you
Oh
done,
no!
you know. And
I'm
that's why that what made me ask you
Oh yeah.
about your political career. What is your ambition? Do you
Whatever the people want.
desire to one day, just one day, be mayor again, or be a legislature or representative? And I know you say you love District 3,
Oh
and
yeah.
and
Oh yeah.
so
No,
I know
I'm
you
good,
gotta
man.
pray
I'm
about
good.
it, and you need time.
Yeah, but I'm good. I'm working at the schools. I talk to the kids. Man, what better life is that? I'm talking and trying to help the kids over there at the schools. You know, the teachers. You know, that's to me. That's what it's all about. Trying to help somebody, whatever position I'm in. I don't have to have a title to serve the people. And if we had more people like this in this district and in this city and in this country, our country would be a much better place. You know, so I just, man, I love the people, and a lot of them love me too. So it's just, we just got to keep working, man. We're gonna have setbacks, but we got to just keep pushing forward.
Yeah.
You know, and one of these days we will come together as a community. I ain't just talking about black. I'm talking about black and white. That's the only way we're gonna move forward. And you got to get these people out of the way that's in it for ulterior motives, and that's the only way we're gonna be able to prosper.
Yeah.
I do believe.
So one more thing, I talked to Lacey Robinson, and we look forward to having him on in the near future. He served on the civil service board, and he was just sharing about the shortage of the police officers. What what kind of pitch can you give people or that our viewers that are watching on the show that would kind of give them some type of ambition to desire
Well,
to work in police?
we need them. We need the young people. We need them to go and become police officers here. We're 23 officers short right now, and I think by in about 3 more months, we'll be about 26 officers short. We
Wow.
got a lot of people that can retire. We got
Wow.
like 35 from the police and fire department that can retire whenever they get ready. So we need them. Your community needs you. Your city needs you. You know, and I say this all the time. If you get in trouble, who you gonna call?
Yeah.
We all one or two things away from, messing ourselves up. So when you get in that position, who you gonna call? If we don't have 4 or 5 blacks that's on the police department. So who you gonna be able to call to help you?
Yeah.
So that's another reason why we need minorities, not just blacks, but we need more female officers. We need more Latino officers because we have a large Latino population here in Gaston. So our people have to want to do it. And then, like I told the police, part of my speech Tuesday was, we could throw all the money we want at this problem, giving them a big raise. But if you don't change the perception of the police department, of police officers, people not gonna want to do it.
Right.
We had one. It ain't just blacks that don't want to do it. It's whites don't want to do it.
Right.
We had one officer. He went through the academy, finished the academy, worked one shift, and quit.
Wow.
So we have to change the perception. When they look at, officer shot a black guy, I forgot where it was at, like shot at him 60 times, and when they did the autopsy, they hit him like 45, 46 times. Nobody wants to be a part of stuff like that. It's the perception. You have to change the perception, and you can only do it one officer at a time.
Yeah.
So we just have to continue to try to talk to our young people and get them, I always really wanted to be a police officer, military and police, because I looked at it as a police officer that to protect me, to protect the people. But now our people are genuinely scared of police officers.
Yeah.
And we have to change that perception.
Right.
That's the only way we're going to get better police officers.
That's what Chad Perry said, the culture is broken.
Yeah.
Mark Dayton want to know, how old do you have to be to become a police officer?
To be certified, you have to be 21.
21.
21,
okay.
Uh-huh.
All right.
We used to have a jail that we would hire them at 18. They work in the jail, and then when they turn 21, they'll go to the academy. But since we don't have that jail now, we can't hire them.
Yeah.
Like
Alexandra Marbury said, bridge the gap, community conversations. We have to be able to interact with our officers in a safe space. Changing the perception has to involve our community too.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And when the officer get out with you, just because they say something, they the authority figure at that time. You all you need to do is just do whatever they tell you to do. And even if you think it's wrong,
right,
you do whatever they tell you. Then when you get home, you tell your parents and let them deal with it.
Hey,
you can file a complaint, you can get you an attorney and sue, do whatever.
Yeah.
But you're not gonna win out there
at
that time. There's no sense of trying.
Hey, now I I know how to stand up for me, but when the police pull me over, you don't know who I am. My hands on the steering wheel.
That's right.
I'm nervous. I want to make it home. And that's the thing. I got pulled over one day. I said, sir, I was trying to get home. I was rushing, and I apologize. And if you just act right and don't come off
Right.
a beehole,
Mm-hmm.
they just give you a warning sometimes. Just
Absolutely, they
because
will.
you respecting them, it ain't that you
Absolutely.
being a punk. You being smart. I'm
Absolutely.
smart. Yeah.
You're trying to survive that
I know.
encounter with the
Listen,
police.
when I talk junk, I know who to talk junk to. I used to be a correctional officer for 3 years at the Etowah County Detention Center.
Absolutely.
So okay, I know what it means to be
Mhm.
an authority and what not to do.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But our young people got to figure that out.
Yeah, they got to.
Because when they pull them over, you got to be able to interact with the police without being hostile. And same way with the police, they don't need to be hostile with us.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Same.
Right.
But you got to know how to diffuse situations, like you
Absolutely.
said. Yeah.
And being upset and mad ain't gonna solve anything right then. Because
I'm
that
trying to
police
go
officer
home.
could have had a bad day.
Yeah.
He could be having a bad day. Could have had a problem at home with his wife or his family. You don't know what they're going through either. So,
and Alexandra said there's been times where individuals have done everything right and still been killed. It's hard to unsee that or respect that. I understand exactly what you're saying.
I do too.
But I would rather gamble doing the right thing.
You're absolutely right. Hey, when I went to visit my son up in Minnesota here about a month ago, we went to one of his football games. He's a coach up there. And we went to the spot where George Floyd was killed. It was surreal. They are still bringing flowers to that spot. And it's so sad. And we all seen that on TV. So you can't defend that.
Right.
So that's part of the problem, the perception of police. And when I talk about the perception of police, and I'm not talking directly here, because I think we have a good police department, but I get the complaints of some of the officers. People say they rude and they talk to them in a kind of way and stuff like that. But they don't ever tell you what they said to them to make them act like that.
Yeah.
So when I was training officers, I told them, you treat people the way you want to be treated till you can't treat them that way anymore. And then you do what you have to do.
Right.
But you always be nice to people. When you go into a situation, you can't go in there being a butthole. And then when you see that person as a nice person, then you think you're going to be able to change and they're going to respect and do what you tell them to do. It don't work like that.
So, Mr. Worthy, we appreciate you, my friend. Thank you for coming on, sharing with us.
Thank you for having me.
Whenever you have any updates or information on some things that you feel like our listeners, our viewers need to know, that is very important, call us, one or two of us. We'll love to have you back on to share, explain some things. We want to continue to inform our listeners, our viewers on Real Talk.
All right. Well, thank you for having me.
Enjoy your golfing, man.
Yes, sir.
All right. Have a good one. All right. We thank.
So you a gangster, but you're not a gangster with the police.
I sure ain't. It's an idiot that is. Yeah, my daddy told me a long time ago, all the bad folks are dead. So you think you're bad, okay? All right. I'm sorry, Mr. Perry, we didn't give that information, but if you can inbox Mr. Worthy, inbox him on Facebook. He has a Facebook page, and he will give you the information that you need. Okay. Okay, we're gonna step away for just a few minutes, a few seconds, and we'll be right back to say goodbye. Be right back.
Suit Up, Volume 1, written by Z. Andre Huff. Enjoy 100 devotional messages designed to impact, empower, and encourage you. Suit Up lists each devotional title in the table of contents. These short, convenient devotionals will jumpstart your day. Order Suit Up, Volume 1 by Z. Andre Huff today. Available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and Westbow Press. You'll be glad you did.
are back. We're back. Bishop T is over there yawning.
I'm cold.
You cold? Why are you cold?
Because the air is on. And I was scared to get out of my seat and go over there and turn it off.
You're like you gonna get a whooping if you get up.
I was scared to get out.
Oh, you're a gangster, but yeah, okay, all right. Let's not forget, everyone. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Let's keep that in mind. Let's pray. Let's pray for hopefully a healing of breast cancer. But we want to remember our loved ones, those loved ones that has fought their life to try to defeat that and have succumbed to it. Let's not forget also, you remember we was talking with our guest on last week, Saturday, October the 8th. You all know this coming Saturday, Corks and Cornhole Tournament. It's going to be on at 5926 Old Highway 278 East Holtz Bluff. And you see where it's $50 per adult, $20 per child under 20. Bring your own partner, or you can do a random draw. Now, there are $800 in cash prizes. First place is $500. Second place is $200. Third place is $100. It all starts at 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. 10:30 a.m. is the registration. Also. It's going to Capeside Fish Company, and the what is that? Pie in the Sky. You and I said we supposed to be going, right?
That's what I was just thinking. Weren't we supposed to be going?
Well, I think we need to go. What you think? You've been practicing tossing?
No, I haven't been practicing.
We'll get you some bean bags.
Do we need to get? What do we need to do? I need to practice. Are you gonna practice?
I don't practice.
Oh,
you talking about practice? Practice.
You almost made me say the wrong thing.
You talking about practice? We talking about practice.
Look, you almost made me say, man. You almost made me say the wrong thing, and you'll be the very one get up there and throw past the thing.
Right. Let's go have fun. We look forward. We're gonna do our best to get there, and the all the proceeds will be going to the Love Center. The Love Center. So and it's getting cold, and people need places to stay. So let's do what we can to support that. This coming Saturday, I challenge all of our viewers to cornhole. Meet us there. All right. Okay, Bishop. It's time for us to exit this joint. Had fun with Tomarra. We call her Tom Tom. She tea time. Tea time with Tom Tom. How about that? We had a good time with that information. We look forward to next Thursday with some more information of what's going on. Don't forget about Twin City, y'all. Go by and see Twin City used car sales, 901 First Avenue, right here in Gaston, Alabama, 256-844-2210. Go by and see them today. They got the car that you're looking for. I did that, didn't I?
You did. Now you did good.
That you're looking for. We out of here.
Bye.
Peace.